Hi everyone, I'm Nathan. We're back for another video. I'm really excited. Lucky number 7. I'm going to try something new this week. We're going to call it Ramble Therapy. You've heard of Alcoholics Anonymous? This is similar, but I'm just going to go on and on and on and on. This week I'm talking about killing in games. I don't like games with killing anymore. This may be part of getting old. It may be, I don't know, maybe that I've gotten to see too much of the world and it's kind of just... But it's not always. There are games like, here are the Dinosaur Island games. Here's Dualosaur Island. I got that from Half Price Books. But I just felt bad. I felt bad about all those park goers that were getting eaten, even though they're really kind of abstracted on a dial, up and down a dial. So I'm gonna have to get up in the middle of the video. Alright, I'm not gonna. I just realized I don't have my Dune Imperium box, which was the first game I was going to talk about killing in. But we're just going to talk about Dune Imperium. Do you remember Dune Imperium, what the box looks like? You can Google that if you want. Anyway, Dualosaur Island. I'm about to sneeze. I'll try and edit it out in post. Anyway, so Dualosaur Island's got dead park patrons, and it makes me sad. And I don't like it, so I don't want to play it. And so it's on my cull pile. I wanted to try and play it one more time before I culled it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Some games, though, clearly do have violence and killing. It's not really violence that I object to, it's the killing. Some games really do have killing, and I don't love those. But sometimes I can justify it, like Dune Imperium, the game of building your deck and putting your workers out to get treats. That game, well, for starters, I never play the Harkonnen, which I, for years and years, pronounced Harkonnen, which is not right. Apparently, it's Harkonnen. I'll never play the Harkonnen. They're just awful, awful people. I realize they're fictional, and even still, this is a fictional game, but now they're awful. They're just too awful. I'm not going to do that. That's... Anyway, combat in Dune is pretty abstracted. You have little wooden tokens, which I guess equal troops or something, maybe. And you put them out into the middle of the battlefield when your worker placement space allows you to do that. And the person who has each little cube counts as two strength or something, combat strength maybe. And the person who has the most combat strength gets a treat, gets a nice prize. And then the person who has the second most combat strength gets a slightly less cool prize. And then everybody comes back, whether you won or lose or came in second, or everybody comes back to their board just to go back out next time. It's a terrible life, but it's an endless cycle of war and horror, but I guess they survive, even though Dune is traditionally pretty brutal and a lot of people die. Practically everyone, I think, dies probably in Dune. Probably because the first 6 books alone cover like a century or something. I don't know how long. They cover a lot of centuries. Now I have sniffles. Please forgive my sniffles. I'll try not to sniffle for the rest of the video. To my memory, heroes don't kill in the comics unless you count like Wolverine or Punisher. So I think Marvel United is okay. It's kind of just, biff bam pow sort of violence. I think that's okay. I don't think anybody gets killed. I don't even think the bad guys kill anybody. Maybe they do. I don't know. It's been a while. But I don't think, it's been a long time since I've read Marvel comics. But I just don't think there's any killing in it. So if you're running around smashing bad guys and stuff, I think everybody lives. Because you can't be killing off your intellectual property. So I'm probably safe on that one. It's fine to play it, and it's not horrible and violent. Where are we at? Paladins. Paladins is historic and realistic. And it's sideways. There it is. Paladins. Paladins is historic and realistic and violent, and there's one of the actions on the board that you can put your workers on is attack, where you attack these cards that represent outsiders trying to invade your kingdom that you worked really hard in Architects of the West Kingdom to build. Now what? But what you'll find when you, on many of these cards, let me try and zoom in on them. Here we go. What you'll find on many of these cards is these little icons right here underneath the blue square. These little weird shaped icons. Those represent workers. They're bonus workers that you get when you defeat these guys in an attack. And I'm guessing off the top of my head that those represent these guys. This green guy, this green worker here underneath the blue box in the corner up here, represents this hero. Hero, is that what this is? Yeah, hero. Represents this hero. And so he comes to work for you, essentially. And let's see, we got to give a shout out. Where is she? Here we go. Shout out to my Paladins wife, who I always try and defeat in combat, in honorable combat, and win her heart. And then we can be Paladins married. And that's nice. And probably not creepy and weird and sad. So I tend to justify Paladins. I don't play it very much. It's fun. I like it. But it takes about 3 hours. Yeah, it takes about 2 hours for me to play solo. And I usually lose. So the experience doesn't quite match the amount of time required from me. But I'll still whip it out once in a while. Let's see. Where are we? There was something else. He-Man, of course. I just ordered He-Man off that Kickstarter. He-Man, nobody killed He-Man. You don't want to kill off your IPs. But here's the thing. Let me get this next one out. Lord of the Rings is harder to work around. I've just started replaying Lord of the Rings, the trading card game. And there's a lot of killing in that game. You have to kill the orcs because they'll kill you first. They will, I guarantee you. And I mean, there's guys here that literally aren't going to make it very far. Look at these guys. Well, that went down. All right, cool. These guys all have 1 hit point, that little red number there. They have 1 hit point. They will not survive. They will not survive. They're going to die. These guys are going to get killed. And that's disappointing. But I still play the game. I'm not sure how I'd justify it. Probably sometime in the nearest future, I'm just going to feel bad enough that I stop playing it. But that's war for you. War is bad. War is bad. War's had killing. Now, for the last choice, for the last game, Gloomhaven. I played Gloomhaven a lot last year. And this one, I have to jump through some hoops. Flimsy hoops. And say that when your character gets to 0 hit points on Gloomhaven, Gloomhaven is a game about running a character around a dungeon and usually defeating everything that stands. Everything that moves. Anyway, I justify it by saying that if heroes don't die when they get down to 0 hit points, then monsters don't die when they get down to 0 hit points either. And that's what I do, and yeah, it's flimsy. I know. My free time is really kind of limited, and I'm an adult, and I can choose what to play, what to try to enjoy, and there are lots and lots of options out there that don't have any violence, and I can choose any one of them. There are thousands and thousands of board games. There are thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of video games. But I miss stuff. There's stuff that I have to jump through hoops to enjoy that I'm sure I would enjoy if I could just get over it. And then there's old games that I used to enjoy a long time ago in the past. There's Legend of Zelda. I miss that. Fire Emblem. This one's Fire Emblem. I miss Fire Emblem. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if there's some way to find peace of mind that it's just pretend. The joy just isn't there anymore. Take care, everyone.